Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in a little video. Hopefully I can get this up. The Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi. Like, listen, man, y'all need to get me a little bit of their money back. The Wi-Fi terrible. But I want to pop in and I'm gonna tell y'all ladies something is what you got to realize with the men of today, and it honestly might not matter that much if he Christian, atheist, Muslim. Men are men. A lot of times people don't realize that the same way you could call yourself a Christian and then bust it wide open is the same way a man could call himself a Christian and lie to you, deceive you, cheat on you. So many times women be like, oh, a man of God would never do this. A man of God would never do that. Well, a woman of God would never do half the stuff that so-called women of God are doing. That just goes to show you that having a title or calling yourself something don't mean a whole lot. But here's the thing today, and this is not new, it's always been around, but it's exacerbated today because of social media. So because you have these voices out there and you have these men that's doing all this talking, you have guys that are coming in, and what men want today is they want control. They want to be able to control a woman, use a woman, dictate her life, and get everything from her. A man wants to be able to extract, withdraw, but not really deposit. Men today want a woman to bend over backwards. They want a woman to praise them, cater to them, affirm them, chase them, follow them, and basically just kind of sit and look dumb. Just basically be a dummy. Like if he want to cheat, let him say sorry and take him back. If he want to do whatever he want to do, let him say sorry, let him give you some flowers, let him take you out to eat, and let him come back in your life. The thing about it is, I feel like about 80% of women are willing participants in this. And what you got to realize as a woman is when you're dealing with men, you can have anything you want. You can have anything you want. You just have to set your standards. Now, what I've learned with my wife is that anything I ask her for, she will give it to me. But what she does not do is she don't necessarily like go out of her way, so to speak, because she's a human and she has feelings. And although that could be hard sometimes, and as a man, if I'm thinking about it from a selfish perspective, but then when I think about it from a human perspective, I'm like, man, it's a lot of things I should have done. It's a lot of things I could have done that I did not do because I just didn't think of it, or I didn't feel like doing it. But there is nothing in the world that she could ask me for that I would not move mountains to do. And I realized there is nothing in the world that I could ask her for that she wouldn't move mountains to do. But one of the mistakes that a lot of women are making today is a lot of women saying, like, pushing this message of, oh, I cook every day. Oh, I give my man sex every day. I do this every day. I do that every day. Like, as a human, we don't feel like doing anything every day except for eating. And sometimes we don't feel like eating. Sometimes you want to fast. Sleeping. Sometimes we don't feel like sleeping. The only thing that we feel like doing every single day of our life is breathing. But guess what? It's some days you don't feel like breathing because you just fed up, you tired, and you wondering if you ought to check on out. So you see what I'm saying? So it's not realistic for y'all women to go around here talking about you cook every day, you bust it open every day, you do this every day, you do every day. That's not a healthy relationship. You a slave. That's what a slave does. That's what a robot does. A human has feelings. You have highs, you have lows, you have good days, you have bad days. So if you are not feeling sexual and you want to go 2 weeks with just abstaining, just to kind of reset your heart, reset your mind, and just give your thing a rest, that's your right, because that's your body. But guess what? I don't want to say that as a man. I don't want to hear that as a man. But as a man of God, as a child of God who knows that God loves my wife just as much as he loves me, or he loves her just as much as he loves me, then I got to respect that she's a human and not a robot. I got to respect that. So what I realize is any woman can get exactly what she wants in a relationship. And when you get what you want, you're going to want to give more and you're going to want to reciprocate more. But what's happening is women are coming in so desperate for love, so desperate for a relationship that you coming in like a do-girl and you cooking, you cleaning, you doing laundry, you trying to show that you a wife, but you really showing that you a handmaid. You really showing that you a concubine. You really showing that you a slave. And so what that does is a man doesn't have to work for you because you laying everything out. He don't got to do nothing. The role of a relationship, the way a relationship should work is the man initiates. So the man approaches the woman. Then the man say, hey, can we get on the phone? Then he said, can we get on FaceTime? Then he said, can we go on a date? The man initiates, he leads. He's going to be the first one. He should be the first one to try to grab a handful of booty. He should be the first one to try to grab a handful of breasts. He should be the first one to try to kiss. He should be the first one to try to have sex. Everything should be initiated by the man. As a woman, it's your place to have standards, to have boundaries, to have restrictions. So you set that yourself based on your morals and your values. So if you say, listen, I don't want to kiss on the first date, that's your right. Don't let nobody tell you that because you grown, you got to kiss on the first date. If you say, I don't want a man touching my booty and we not an item, that's your right. If you say, I don't want to do nothing sexual with a man, that is your right. Don't let this sorry, raggedy world that is going to hell in a handbasket with gasoline doused all over it tell you that you got to do all this and that and the third to get you a man, because it's not true. It is not true, because you talking to a man who slept with over 100 women by the age of 21. And I know it sound crazy and it's disgusting, but I was a college athlete. I was a star athlete in high school. I had the ability, and guess what? That was with me turning down countless women. That was with me not sleeping with every woman that my homeboys was running the train on. That was with me turning stuff away. So you got to understand that's just the life of a man, especially if a man is in a certain position. So how can I go from that man to meeting my wife and being 100% faithful? My wife don't got to work. She don't have to want for anything. She don't have to have sex every day. She don't have to cook every day. She don't have to clean every day. She don't have to do nothing every day, but show up, be herself, be a mother to our children, and live her life. And when I need something as a grown man, I realize I have to give to receive. So if I want her to be relaxed, I might massage her shoulders. I might massage her scalp. I might massage her feet. My phone, I had switched it over to another phone, switched it back to this phone, and it came back with my old calendar that I had connected to my number. And what I did was this thing to where Monday night it say run Cherie bathwater. Tuesday night it'll say give Cherie a back massage. Wednesday night it say write Cherie a poem. Thursday it say get Cherie a for nothing gift. Friday it say date night. And I put that in there because I say, okay, I schedule business meetings, I schedule coaching calls, I schedule everything else. Let me schedule some time. Let me make sure I remind myself until it becomes second nature. So I put that in there so that for 2 weeks, I will remind myself, and not doing that exact thing, but to remind myself, do something to let her know or feel that you love her. So listen, I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it because my wife has standards. I'm doing it because she has boundaries. I'm doing it because she has restrictions. I'm doing it because she has a heart, she has feelings, and she knows who she is. And she doesn't just accept anything or put up with anything or just fake like she happy or fake a smile and do stuff just when she really don't feel like it. Humans have the right to say, hey, I'm not feeling good today. Hey, I'm not really on that today. And yes, we're not supposed to deny our body, but that's not talking about when you in, that's not talking about like when you in, that's talking about when you're in perfect health. It ain't, if your partner not supposed to deny their body, but if you love your partner, you also not supposed to ask your partner to give you their body when you know they got a headache, you know they got a stomach ache. Because now, would you want to be doing stuff when when you got a migraine, when your stomach hurting, when your whatever hurting? So now you in sin because you're not loving your wife the way Christ loved the church and present her blemish and spot free. You also not loving your neighbor as you love yourself. So this where a lot of times people will take scripture and they'll twist it, not realizing that this all go together. That don't mean that you supposed to be our word or your spouse, because the Bible say don't deny the body. Think about what that's talking about and what actually context that would be in. That's not talk, because the purpose of this is to reproduce. So what it's saying is, listen, yes, you was a virgin until you got married, but now that you married, you need to come off something. Don't be talking about you still finna just be a virgin for the rest of your life and now you married. Or yeah, don't be so busy working and doing other stuff that you're not being intimate with your partner. But at the same time, as a partner, you have to be considerate. So your partner need to consider your heart, your feelings, your emotions, your headache, your stomach ache, your backache, your whatever ache, and respect you. And you gotta express that, and you're gonna get what you supposed to get and be treated how you supposed to be treated. And the reason why I'm saying this, because I know that if I'm capable of it with the man that I was, I know any man capable of it. But it also requires the woman to not just expect it, but to demand it. And that don't mean yelling, screaming, cussing, all that. Just stand on business. God bless you. We'll talk soon.